Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to Leverguns 50. Today, we're taking a look at one of the loads found in this book, and it's probably the hottest load that you can get for an 1886 Winchester, an original in 5110. And he shot a grizzly bear with that particular load. It's a 450 grain bullet doing about 1700 FPS. So we're gonna shoot that maximum load that he shot, and we're gonna shoot it out of this right here, 1886 Winchester. And for this particular gun, it's going to be kind of a light load, because this is not an original. This is a modern Maruku made 1886 Winchester with a modern chrome alloyed steel barrel that's capable of the smokeless powder loads. But we're going to shoot it with that old maximum load for the old black powder barrels. We're going to shoot it into some water jugs and stuff and just see how well that load penetrates using them same Barnes bullets. Now, he shot end to end through his grizzly bear, which he said was 1,000 pounds. So anyhow, however big it was, went end to end, surprised the guide. The guide was very surprised that it killed it so fast. But what we want to do is try that same load through water jugs and then through our ballistic medium and just kind of see how well it penetrates. And I think those Barnes bullets at that lower velocity will have a lot more penetration. So anyhow, let's get started. Let me show you what I got set up, and let's do some shooting. Also in the book, he said the grizzly bear was coming toward him, and when he shot it, it went long ways end to end. And here's a look at that. That's a 450 grain bullet loaded in that 5110 shell. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, after it went through the bear, it also hit a pine tree and went nearly through it. I think he said it was like 5 or 6 inches. So anyhow, we're going to shoot into some water jugs first to just kind of get in it, see how big it'll expand. Then we're going to shoot through some bone and into some wet cloth. So let's get started. We're going to try to capture the bullet in those jugs, hopefully, but it'll probably go all the way through them because it's a pretty powerful load. Okay, let's try to get lined up. Well, let's see what we did. Let me turn this camera off here. Well, we got, it's not as impressive as some of my loads, but went through that one, that one, that one. So that's 3, 4, 5. And let's see if it went all the way through this. Went all the way through that one. So that's 6 jugs. And then, so that's quite a bit of water. Okay, it went through that. It went through that much, and right here's the bullet. And it did not expand at that velocity. So let's get set up and shoot across the chronograph and see if it's actually going how fast he was saying it was, because you know, you never can tell. A different gun might be going a little bit slower. So let me set up and I'll bring you back. All right, let's go for another shot. Right, wait, I forgot to turn on my slow-mo. All right. Hopefully we went through some of that bone. Well, in my test with my particular gun, it's going quite a bit slower. Only doing 1538, but each gun has different rifling. I think his might have been bore diameter was 4.9 and mine's 4.10, so that could easily take into account for that. So let's look at what it did. It busted through that bone. You know, there was another big one of these bones. Oh, it's shattered. So we'll see what these bones did. Oh yeah, I think it's making it expand. Hopefully. Now I usually don't use those really light loads like that. I usually go for more higher powered because this is a modern rifle. It's doing a number on it though. It's really got some power going on in there. And there is our bullet. So if we had it going a couple hundred feet a second faster, it would definitely expand better. But that's a tough bullet there. That is a tough bullet, and it hit all that bone, which is pretty thick chunks of bone. And there we have that bad boy. Now, a game animal is much softer than this because they have a lot of places inside them that are fairly soft. But I mean, what I'm looking at is that if you can go through this much, this is what it takes to get through a grizzly bear. I think with the other 200 feet a second, it would have went another 4 inches. Okay, we busted through that bone, tore up this bone. So here's our two bullets. The one through the water, not very impressive, but these are some powerful slugs with the original. And actually that one there is about the velocity of the original bullet coming out of the gun. So that would be like the black powder load. So there you have it. Out of my gun, it's going quite a bit slower than it was out of his. Of course, my chronograph is different than his chronograph. And that's what it did. I always like to try what people did a long time ago and see how it worked out. I think he shot that bear in 1984. So like I said, it was 1538. All right, we're gonna try that last shot again. Go ahead and poke around in the tubular magazine. Okay. I believe we got the bone. All right, looking at the chronograph, I loaded this one up 5 grains hotter to get it closer to his load, because he might have had a 28-inch barrel. I'll have to look at the article again. So anyhow, this should be about what his load was. Let's see what it did. Okay. Looks like we hit kind of low, but we destroyed those bones pretty good, looks like. Still going. It's really tearing right through them down there. Just coming on through. It's our grizzly bear load. It stopped right here. Let's see what that bad boy did. Oh yeah, look at that. So anyhow, had more expansion, and thing has a lot of power. But he didn't say it hit any major bones when it went in, but he did say it went from end to end. Which what I'm looking at is this is a grizzly bear capable load, and let's see how much of this cloth it requires to stop a grizzly bear. So we're looking at, we're going to go 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to say 14 inches what of this right here, and plus this bone will kill a grizzly bear and completely penetrate it. So that lets us know what kind of penetration it takes to stop a grizzly bear through this cloth, a comparison. So anyhow, I hope you guys had fun watching. I had fun making this video.